subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. Today we're going to start with the quantitative aptitude class. That is your class is your 194, and where we have to cover up started with the arithmetical ability, and that we have to discuss about the time and distances, of course, and where we had completed many topics related to it. And time and distance also we had completed your 86th question in the last classes. Today we're gonna start with your 87th question of the session, and that is of course being important one. So 87th question, we have A and B walk around a circular track. They start at 8 a.m. from the same point in this opposite direction. A and B walk at the speed of 2 rounds per hour and 3 rounds per hour respectively. How many times shall they cross each other before 9:30 a.m.? The options were 5, 6, 7 and 8, and that has been asked in UPSC examination paper. So we go for it. Here we go. E and B walk around a circular track. They start at 8 a.m. from the same point in the opposite direction. A and B walk at a speed of 2 rounds per day. Two rounds per hour and 3 rounds per hour respectively. How many times shall they cross each other before 9:30 a.m.? Options were 5, 6, 7 and 8. This has been asked in the UPSC examination paper. So let's go for the same. So relative speed equals to two plus 3 equals to 5 rounds per hour. So they cross each other five times in an hour and 2 times in half an hour. Hence they cross each other 7 times before 9:30 a.m. Now we go for another one, which has been the another question here. So we go for the same. Let's figure it out. And that we have as follows. That has been the another question, which is 88th question of the session. The question is, two cars P and Q start at the same time from A and B, which are 120 km apart. If the two cars travels in opposite direction, they meet after 1 hour, and if they travel in the same direction from A towards B, then P meets Q after 6 hours. What is the speed of car P? This has been asked in the SBI PO question paper. Options were 60 km per hour, 70 km per hour, 120 km per hour. Data inadequate and none of these. So we go for it. Start at the time, same time from A and B, which are 120 km apart. If the two car travels in opposite direction, they meet after 1 hour. And if they travel in same direction, from A towards B, then P meets Q after 6 hours. What is the speed of car P? This has been asked in SBI PO question paper. The options for the same, it will be the 60 km per hour, 70 km per hour, 120 km per hour. Data inadequate and none of these. So we go for the same here. Let's figure it out. So let their speeds be x kilometer, be x kilometer per hour and y kilometer per hour respectively. Then 120 upon x plus y equals to 1. X plus y equals to 120. Now when they move in a same direction, distance traveled by P in 6 hours minus distance traveled by Q in 6 hours equals to 120 kilometer. 6x minus 6y equals to 120. X minus y equals to 20. Solving 1 into first equation is this, second one is this. So we'll get P is the speed equals to 70 kilometer per hour. Now we go for another question, that has been the another important one question, as I told you. So the question is, two trains starting at the same time from two stations 200 kilometer apart and going in opposite direction cross each other at a distance of 110 kilometer from one of the stations. What is the ratio of their speed? The options were 9:20, 11:9, and your 11:20, and none of these. So we go for the same here. So let's figure it out and that find it out the answer as well. So we go for it another one, and that is the another important question here. So the question, I told you about it, so let's find it out the solution. 89 question. Two trains starting at the same speed, same time from two stations (200 kilometer apart) and going in opposite direction cross each other at a distance of 110 kilometer from one of the situation. What is the ratio of their speed? So let's figure it out. In the same time, they cover 110 kilometer and 90 kilometer respectively. They cover 110 kilometer and 90 kilometer respectively. Ratio of their speed equals to 110 ratio 90, which is equals to 11 ratio 9. Now we go for another question. That is the another important one. The question is, two trains starts from P and Q respectively and travel towards each other at a speed of 50 km per hour and 40 km per hour respectively. By the time they meet, the first train has traveled 100 km more than the second. The distance between the P and Q is, the options were 500 km, 630 km, 660 km and 900 km, which has been asked in SSC examination paper. So we go for the same. So here we go. Ninety-eighth question. And travel towards each other at a speed of 50 km per hour and 40 km per hour respectively by the time they meet. The first train has traveled. Hundred kilometer more than the second. The distance between P and Q is, this has been asked in SSC examination paper. So let's go for it. So for that, at the time of meeting, that let the distance be 528 minutes and that travel of the second train be x kilometer, then the distance covered at the first train is x plus 100 kilometer. So where x by 40 equals to x plus 100 upon 50 equals to 50x equals to 40x plus 4000, that is x equals to 400. Actually मैंने solution question कर दिया था and I had just forgotten to the pause button here, so that's the reason there's that what we had done. So we'll discuss the next 91th question. The question is here: Bombay Express left Delhi for Bombay at 14:30 hours, traveling at a speed of 60 km per hour. Rajdhani Express left Delhi for Bombay on the same day at 16:30 hours, traveling at a speed of 80 km per hour. And how far away from Delhi will the two trains meet? The options were for the same: 120 km, 360 km, 480 km, 500 km. So here for the same, we'll go for it, and that is here that we'll be finding it out. Suppose that they meet, that how after 14:30 hours here, then 60x equals to 80, x minus 2, or x equals to 8 here. So required time distance is 60 to 8 km, which is 480 km here, that we have to discuss. Now we go for another question, which has been the 92th question of the sessions, and that we'll discuss here. So the question 92th we have: a train M leaves Meerut at 5 a.m. and reaches Delhi at 9 a.m. Another train leaves Delhi at 7 a.m. and reaches Meerut at 10:30 a.m. At what time do the two trains cross each other? The options were 7:36 a.m., 7:56 a.m., 8 a.m. and 8:26 a.m. So we'll go for the same here. Let's find it out, the solution for the same that we have. So a train M leaves Meerut at 5 a.m. and reaches Delhi at 9 a.m. Another train leaves Delhi at 7 a.m. and reaches Meerut at 10:30 a.m. At what time do the two trains cross each other? So that options, as I told you, let's figure out the solution here. So let the distance between Meerut and Delhi be x kilometer. distance between Meerut and Delhi be x kilometer, and let the trains meet y hours after 7 a.m. Clearly, m covers x kilometer in 4 hours and n covers x kilometer in 7 by 2 hours. So speed of m equals to x by 4 kilometer per hour. Speed of n equals to 2x by 7 kilometer per hour. Distance covered by man distance covered by m in y plus 2 hours plus distance covered in y hours equals to x by 4 y plus 2 plus 2x upon 7 into y equals to x y plus 2 upon 4 plus 2y by 7 equals to 1. Y equals to 14 upon 15 hours equals to 14 upon 15 into 60 minutes equals to 56 minutes. Hence the train meets at 7:56 a.m. That we get as an answer here. Now we're going to end up with this only, and we'll discuss the rest of the question in the next coming class. That has been helpful to it. That is in the 195th class of the session. And that the question we will discuss is 93rd question. So here we're going to end up with. Thank you. Hope you enjoy this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion in the comment box.